but I'll leave it what General Allen said. That's exactly right.
All right, yeah, great.
Thank you so much. I'm Sina Mohammed, U.S. representative of Syrian Democratic Council. Thank you so much for this presentation, really. I would like to mention that we paid about 11,000 heroes in defeating ISIS in north of Syria. And it is with the help and support of the U.S. Thank you so much for the U.S. and for the global coalition. But now, after ISIS, we have now 2,000 fighters, foreigner fighters, detainees in our prisons. Till now, we asked for their countries to get them back, nobody responded. We ask now for having international tribunals for these fighters, foreigners, in our place, even we don't have any support and response. So what do you think is the solution for this problem? This is just one. Another thing is for the Al-Hol camp, which is now a timing bombing for the ISIS. It's so dangerous becomes. 73,000 in these camps, fighters, I mean the family fighters and these people. They are so dangerous. They have the ideology of this radicalism and the Islamist. So now we can see many of the journalists, when they say they're asking a child of 7 years old, what are you going to become in the future? He said jihadis. So that time it is very important to look at this camp. What can we do? Till now we don't have any support, and this is, I think, is the responsibility of the global coalitions also. So what do you think about that? Thank you so much. Thank you.
This is a huge problem. Zarqawi was in Madrid prison. He was in a U.S. military prison facility. Baghdadi was in a U.S. military prison facility. Swahili was in an Egyptian prison. I mean, we know what happens in these prisons. And we have this camp in Al-Hol, in which truly the next generation, the current generation and the future generation is there, and it is getting very little attention. And we used to talk about, in the terrible days of the Iraq War, I'm sure you had this in Afghanistan, General Allen, but counterinsurgency in the camp, because you can't allow these populations to be able to sit there every day, and that's what's happening in Al-Hol. And this is what concerns me about Syria. I think we're trying to do way too much with way too little. And I think we got to have some focused priorities, and Al-Hol is really critical. And frankly, to the Syrian Democratic Forces, you don't have the resources to deal with this problem. And again, I don't think this is going to change. I mean, when the difference with Mosul and Raqqa, we took Raqqa. President Trump made the decision. It was President Trump who made the decision to arm the Syrian Kurds and take Raqqa. That was a decision not made by President Obama, it was made by President Trump. We did the Raqqa campaign, the military campaign, it was successful, and then the White House cut. We were going to put $200 million into stabilization of Raqqa, which is like nothing. And of course, that's a multiplier to getting more coalition contributions. The White House President Trump made very clear, we're putting no U.S. money into stabilization of Raqqa. So this is where we are. You're in a resource-poor environment with a very serious situation on the ground. And so thank you for your question. I hope, and I think there's attention to this in Congress, I hope the U.S. steps up to this because it's very serious and it is central to our own national security interests. But my confidence is under wraps.
And it's not just resources, as you said. It's also, this is the moment for American leadership to encourage those states that have foreign fighters that are still in Syria to take them back and put them through a rehabilitation program of some form or another, or ultimately detain them as is necessary. But here is this unique opportunity, once again, for the United States to lead by trying to get members of the coalition who own these foreign fighters that are in the hands of the Syrian Democratic Forces to take them back, get them off your hands, so it can reduce the burden that you have right now as you're trying to stabilize your population. Thank you for that question.
Am I right that, I've seen the president tweet about foreign fighters and various of our allies.
The president has said either you take them back or I'm going to send them all back into Europe. Well, not the best way to talk to your allies. Look, we have a difficult time taking American citizens back. This is extremely hard. And the numbers of European foreign fighters in that camp are fairly small. So that's part of the problem, it's not the whole problem. We need a very comprehensive solution to this camp, which is require a security solution because you have to separate this population. And right now, even the Syrian Democratic Forces guards of the camp cannot go into these areas because they're so dangerous. That is a huge problem that we have to deal with as the U.S. military in situations like this. So it requires a priority. And I hate to be a broken record, but in Syria, trying to do way too much with way too little and losing focus of some really key priorities like this. And I would hate to be here in 10 years when there's some massive attack, when they're in Paris or here, God forbid, and the people came out of Al-Hol. And that would literally be history repeating itself because we've seen that.
And a complication to the lady's question is the next generation of jihadis, as you pointed to. Many of these children who were born a direct result of the Islamic State, they are themselves stateless. So they have no place to go. And we have yet to come to grips with the thousands of those children who are stateless. And no country will take them back. And this is a global humanitarian challenge that we have to deal with.
Lise, I see you nodding your head. Do you have any knowledge of what, if anything, the UN is trying to do with regards to these children?
There's a no. Because I am not serving in that theater, I wouldn't be able to speak to that with precision.
All right, let's get some questions. I'm going to go all the way in the back there.
Sirwan Kajou from Voice of America. Over the weekend, the U.S. and Turkey began their first joint mission patrol on the border, which is part of the safe zone that was agreed upon earlier on in August. Now, my question is, I guess I have a two-part question. First part is, what does this mean in terms of the long-term U.S. presence in the region, in northeastern part of Syria? And the second part is, how does this contribute to the continuation of the fight against ISIS? Thank you.